Hello everybody, and welcome to my first impressions of the game Shelter. This is a game that I've been really interested in for some time, mainly because what first drew me to it was its very unique and amazing art style, I must say. It's a game by Might and Delight, where you play as a mother badger who basically is tasked with having to take care and protect her young from the dangers of the wild. So, I don't know, before anything else, why don't we just jump into things? So, as I was saying, one of my favorite things about this game, one of the main things that drew me to it, is its very stunning art style. As you'll see immediately, it's kind of like a paper mache kind of craft kind of art style here. And we begin with all of our lovely little children. And we could see a cool little waterfall out there. So this is going to introduce us to the first main mechanic right here. It's raising and taking care of our young. As you can see, all of our babies look a good tan kind of color, except for this one right there, which looks like a dark gray, as if the poor little thing is dying or something like that. So basically what we have to do is we have to go over here, pick up some food for him using the left trigger, and feed the little guy so he doesn't starve to death. And that's going to be one of the main mechanics. No, apparently he didn't take it. Eat your gosh darn food, little one. Please eat it. This worked the first time I tried, my first time. I must just be, there we go. We gave it to him. So now he's his colors are gonna turn to a much more lively brown kind of thing. So one of the main things you have to do in this game is you have to manage your watching the health of your young by keeping an eye on their skin color, or fur color. Right now they're still all brown, so we shouldn't need to worry about feeding them for quite a bit. But yes, as I was saying, we haven't seen any of the most stunning things in this game quite yet, but the visuals are one of my favorite things, and one of the biggest draws, I would say, about this game. It's a very artsy game. Once we get outside, we'll see much more jaw-dropping landmarks all over the place. So, first off here, starting off, our controls are pretty simple at this point. We just use the WASD buttons to move around ourselves and use the mouse as a kind of camera point of view, like a typical PC third-person game. I don't know if this game has controller support. I have not tried, partially because I think it plays really well on the PC. Like, mouse and keyboard works perfectly for this game. Alright, looks like we're about to seize the day by walking on out into the sun. So now we could start running with shift. A problem that I have myself, because I like to rush in games, is usually I find myself kind of running away from my children. You have to always keep an eye on them, because you gotta remember that they don't run nearly as fast as you do. And so now they're all hungry. One cool thing that they'll do is when you bring them food, they'll all kind of stand in their own spot and jump up and down, so you could pick and choose which one you think needs the food the most, making it really easy for you to keep yourself from feeding the wrong one, like spoiling one while letting all the others die. Now let's see, there's all these fruit trees that we'll see around. See, there's an apple in there, if I could get my head out of this grass. And basically how we get that, knock that down, is we just ram into it like a badass. Hey! You weren't supposed to eat that. I was supposed to pick it up. A little greedy one. Now, this tall grass is going to be a very important mechanic that we're going to find later on, which is basically hiding to either keep away from prey or to sneak up on prey, because the tall grass makes it hard for them to see us. And one thing that you could do to make that even stronger is by hitting the control button, you'll go into this little crouch thing, so you can either sneak up or hide, whichever is more important at the time being. Don't pick. Okay, cool. We picked it up before he could grab it. Which one of you needs it most? It looks like you right there. Enjoy your food, little one. Now, one thing that I'd like to mention as well is the music in this game. The music is I find the music very interesting. Oh, I don't want to leave you guys behind. Okay, we still got all 5 of them. Because the music is quite simplistic, at least at the beginning of the game. But it's also very charming, and I actually really like I really like the music so far in this game because it really puts you in the feel of being an animal trying to survive in the wild. You know, it's not like all this badass rock music is playing all over the place. It's just a nice, calming melody kind of thing. All right, who needs the food? Hey, hey, hey! You weren't supposed to eat that. What a jerk. Supposed to, whoa, that was kind of weird. Supposed to help his siblings, not be greedy or anything like that. So let's see, we haven't gone, here we go. Here's another mechanic, kind of hunting, I guess I would say. I don't see any frogs around, but, oh, here's one. Grab it. Occasionally you'll find a frog here and there, and you basically just want to press shift to run after him, then try to bite him before he gets away into the water like that. Okay, we missed out on that dude, but that's not the worst thing in the world since we've got a something. I don't know what this kind of fruit is. It's got the thing of a carrot, but it's not a carrot. Alright. Like, okay, here's areas right here. I'm doing a very bad job representing it by getting my head stuck in the grass and stuff. But visuals like this really make this game stand out. I love... I'm a huge fan of both artsy games and, of course, very scenic games. And, where's my kids? Okay, there they are. And this one I find really breathtaking and appealing to the eye. Any game where you can make a fancy-looking waterfall is gonna give you huge points for me. And we'll just crawl on through this log. So, I haven't played too far into this game, so I don't know how long it is in total, but it definitely seems to have a lot... Oh god. You little brat. A lot of value in regards to diverse gameplay, because of course we're still in the tutorial stages right here, and we'll see more and more of that as time goes on. But really the dynamic of how you play the game greatly changes based on what time of day it is and what situation you are put in. Like, later on we'll come across a kind of bird of prey that will be hunting us, like an eagle or something like that, that's going to want to try to capture our prey to eat it for themselves, which of course is something that we won't want. So we're gonna have to try our best to avoid running into that thing. Okay, little ones. You right there. You look like you could use some food. This is the antisocial one over there. He's just chilling on his own little world. Alright, little guys. Catch on up. Luckily, at this point, there isn't too much around to threaten our young, so I think I could run ahead while being fairly safe. After this main stage, I'll probably just show you guys this, but when I'm using my... I'll probably just show you guys the second kind of stage of the game, I guess I would call it. But I won't go into that too much, since this is just like a first impressions video. But the second area that we'll come up against, an apple tree, is basically surviving at night. Hey, can you give me that? Oh, okay, you could just grab it from him. That's really nice. You can have that. But essentially, the second stage of the game is surviving at night. And it has a very different mechanic because you have this little sight vision around you. And I'm pretty sure rather than trying to hide under cover and stuff like that to keep your young safe, you have to keep them in your sight, otherwise they'll die. So it becomes kind of a tracking mission, because if they get startled and try to run off, you've got to stay by them or else you'll lose them. It's very cool how diverse the mechanics are at times in this game. Now let's see. One thing I should also mention, oh, here we go. Okay, see that little thing right there? This is where hunting comes into it. So we're gonna try to sneak up on him in the grass, and then pounce. Nice. So that gives us some nice fresh food to feed one of our young. You right there, you look pretty hungry. The hunting in this game is very fun and very cool. It's a very awesome mechanic. Count how many times I said very in that one sentence. But basically, like, it's very rewarding because you definitely have to be stealthy. Otherwise, the animal's just going to escape, and you're going to get out with nothing but wasted time and energy. So it's you're all there? Yeah, they're just hiding in the grass. So basically, you feel like you've really accomplished something when you're able to catch an animal. Later on, we'll come up against a fox, and I was barely able to catch him my first time playing through this whole thing, but it was really fun, and I felt very good after succeeding there. Like, god damn, look at this stuff. This stuff is so beautiful. I really, really like this kind of thing. Oh, here we go. More food for our young. Any of you need anything? You too. One of these two look like they're the most hungry. So I'll give it to that little lad and we can mosey on along. But since we're still in the tutorial stages, this is something that hasn't really... Oh shoot, there he is, the fox! Okay. So this is going to be a rather daunting task for us, because that fox there is 100% faster than us. So, or I should say he has a greater acceleration than we do. So we're going to want to play it stealthy to be able to catch him. But, as I was saying, since we're in the tutorial stages, we haven't really come across starvation to a huge degree. But with this game, you get a really great feel of trying to balance between feeding your young, like trying to make sure you don't make sure nobody starves, but also making sure that you have enough food to go around. It's got a really cool balance kind of thing going for it. Let's try to strike on this dude. Oh man, there's that jerk. He noticed us for a second there. Maybe we could sneak up on him by going through this tall grass here. Okay, let's do this thing. Oh my god, he's so fast. Okay, last time I didn't catch him until around down here. So, oh shoot. Let's see if we can get him around this corner. No, not at all. The last time I didn't catch him until I got down to this area right here. Because this tall grass, that's not the one that we're in right now, but the one we're coming up to next, that one is probably going to be our prime hunting spot, because this is where I was finally able to catch up to him last time. You want to move a little bit farther ahead, but not go too far. I mean fast, because we don't want to startle him. Okay, here we go. Let's do this thing! Yes! Ah! Eat that, sucker! Poor little guy. Great thing about catching a fox like that is that it actually produces food for all of your young. So it's a great catch, being able to get one of those things. Since they all just ate, I don't think I need to divvy up the food too accordingly. And actually, I could probably just drop this for any of them to eat, because we're coming up against, we're coming up to an area where I'm not going to really care much about the food. Because things are about to get, somewhat dire, to say the least. Come on, little guys, you could run a little bit faster than that. The one in the back must be a fatty. It's going super slow. So let's see, we'll go knock down this apple right here. We should probably take this one. Do any of you in particular need it? We'll give it to you, I guess, since you got there first anyways. So, it does not seem It does not seem to be the case that the mother can starve. I don't think your character has any kind of health meter or anything like that. In my play, there's really been nothing that would show that, which isn't too realistic, but honestly, I think it would just be a hassle to the kind of gameplay to have to worry about feeding yourself as well. Really, this game is like, for the... I feel the main theme in this game is like the motherly experience of trying to take care of your young. And I think that would really be kind of thrown to the side if you had to take care of feeding yourself as well. Because really, a mother's main priority is her kids over herself, you know? At least any good mother. So let's see, we got this nice little kind of canyon-y area right here. With a lovely tree where nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Completely wrong. Okay. So this is the first segment where the gameplay really changes. It changes from being kind of like a hunting kind of thing to being a stealth simulator. We gotta... There's that bird of prey up there, that hawk, and we gotta try to stay in these tall bushes and sneak around as much as humanly possible. Otherwise, that jerkwad bird is gonna jump down and eat some of our youth. So let's try to run under here and get down quick. Come on, little guys, you can make it! Okay, cool. So our main goal is to get across and get to that big tree that we saw before. But of course, we want to be very cautious, because the game doesn't end if you lose at least one of your youth, because I know in the darkness segment of the game, I lost at least one child, which was very, very depressing. The game is really good about making you feel horrible whenever you lose your young. But I don't know what would happen if you lose all of them. I assume you would get some kind of game over screen if you lost every one of your children. So obviously that's not something you want to aim for. Birdie, you're way over there, so let's go ahead and run under here. Crouch down, just be extra sure. No food for you today, bird! I'll give you the bird for all I care. I want a badger. The badger would become the ultimate animal if he could flip people off. He'd be the world's greatest thing. God's greatest creation, how about that? Or Mother Nature's. Okay, this one will be a bit of a scary one. Look at us peeking out our cute head there, that's awesome. Oh man. We'll just... That looks like enough room, so let's run. Get under here, come on little guys. Oh man, that one seems like a close one. And I think we can make it across this and be fine. Okay, cool. We got away from there scot-free. We're almost to the tree, too. Almost get out of here safe and sound. And nothing for us here, so let's go. Alright, awesome. I think we made it across this pretty well. Those brustly bushes should keep the bird away. Yeah, the music calming down. That should mean we're safe. Alright, so let's talk pricing for this game, I suppose, as we try to venture off into this, over to this tree, which will bring us to the next segment of the game. But I think we're gonna close it off right about here. So pricing, this game is going for $10 right now on Steam, and, well, not $10 right now, I think it's $9.99 or something like that. It's 10% off for its beginning sale. Ignore any of the framiness here. This is just my recording software messing up with this. It's no problem with the game whatsoever. The game runs wonderfully, even in more intensive segments like the night here. But yeah, the game is $10. $9 when it's on the sale right now. I think this is a huge get. I'm really... I have really enjoyed my time with this game, and I'm looking forward to putting in a lot more. So, I don't know, it's a really cool thing, and it has some really cool mechanics that you don't see much in any other games. Like, the game really gives you an incredibly rewarding feeling when you succeed in hunting, and really makes you feel quite heartbroken if you end up losing any children or anything like that. So yeah, I think that's going to close it off for here. Thank you all for watching. If you want to pick up the game, I'll put a link to the developers or the game's website, and a link to where you could pick it up on Steam if you're interested. Thank you all for watching. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.